Hi, my name is Mike Simmons. I'm a real estate investor from Michigan, and this is the Seven Figure Flipping Question and Answer. Okay, here's the first question. How did you get the money for your first few deals? It was interesting. Actually, it's probably not that unique what I did, but it really is how a lot of people start. It's how I started. So for my first deal, I didn't know anything about hard money. I didn't know anything about private money. All I knew when you buy a house is that you go to a mortgage company and you get a mortgage. And I didn't know any better than that. So that's exactly what I did. I got my first deal under contract and went to a mortgage company and I got a mortgage, a traditional like FHA mortgage. And that's how I financed the purchase of the property. And I had to come with 3%, the 3% that you have to put down when you do an FHA mortgage. And so that's what I did. And I had a W-2 job, and so did my wife at the time. So it was sort of easy for us to get it. We had the money to do that. And that's how we bought the house. But then we needed money for the renovation. And like I said, we didn't know any better. We didn't know about private money. We didn't know about hard money. We didn't know about any of this stuff. And so we just used our savings and credit cards and, whatever we could scrape together that we had available to us, even like Home Depot cards. And, we had a couple different credit cards. So, and we had some money in the bank, not a lot. And so we just pooled all that money together. And that's how we funded the renovation. If the renovation had gone seriously wrong, or if we would have really, gone over or something, it would have been a real trouble for us. So luckily we stayed close to budget and we got that first deal done. The interesting thing though, is for the second deal, I was smart enough and we were kind of aware of what we were doing enough to put our progress with that first deal to put it online. We went on Facebook and it was back then they were called business pages, and we created a business page and we started videotaping all of the progress that we were making in that first flip and putting it out for everyone to see, the before and after pictures, video during, and kind of what our plans were, what was going right, what was going wrong. And through that effort, we reached people in our network that had cash and they wanted to get involved and they wanted to invest with us. So before that first deal got done, we had people emailing us and reaching out to us and saying, hey, we're watching you online. We're seeing what you're doing and it's exciting to us. We want to be involved. Can we put up the money? Can we fund your next deal for you? And so that first deal was a mortgage and all of our savings and credit cards scraped together to get it done. But before we even finished, we had two people, what they're private investors really is what they were. We didn't even know that's what they were called, but two people who happened to have capital, happened to have some money available, reached out, and we used private money for every deal after that. So for the first deal, all hard work and scraping our own money together. For the second deal, we had someone who gave us all of the money, the down payment, the purchase price, the renovation, all of that money was given to us by an individual. And so that's how we funded our first few deals. The first one was done very traditionally. And after that, it was all private money. And it was based off of us putting ourselves out there and making our warm network aware of what we were doing. And the money came from there. Okay, here's the next question. What is Flip Hacking Live and what is your favorite memory and how has it impacted your business? So Flip Hacking Live, if you're not aware, it's an event that happens once a year, and some of the most incredible investors, real estate investors from around the country, come together to network, to share. And the speakers that are on stage at Flip Hacking Live, again, are some of the most incredible investors you will ever meet. And they come there and share the blueprint for what's working in their business right now. They just share and give you all of the steps, everything that they're doing that's working for them in their business. And it's an amazing event. And I've been lucky enough to be at every single one of them. And I've actually been lucky enough to speak at every single one of them and see all of the speakers. And the first time that I went, I was already doing some business. I had a business that was up and running. I had some success. And so what I find for me personally, when I go to Flip Hacking Live, it's an opportunity for me to hear what other really smart investors are doing in their business and doing really, really well. And to be able to take notes and take that information back to my business and utilize what I need right now. All of us in our business have needs. We have needs of what it's going to take for us to either get started. For some of us, we haven't gotten started. Some of people that go to Flip Hacking Live are brand new. They've not done their first deal. Other people have done done several deals, and some of them actually very, very successful investors. Everybody who goes, though, is going to learn something that's going to help them right now in their business. And I'll tell you, a lot of times when you're at Flip Hacking Live, there's so much information being shared, so much giving of knowledge that it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be like drinking water from a fire hose. But if you take notes, if you write down everything you're learning and just utilize what you need right now, that's what I see people doing. And some of my favorite memories of Flip Hacking Live aren't even necessarily the great things that I learned from my business and take back, but it's seeing people in the front row, taking notes, being present, networking with all the other people in the room. And then the next year, they're up on stage because they took action. They actually implemented the things that they learned at Flip Hacking Live and were able to have tremendous success based off of that information. And then they reach out to us and say, hey, we went to Flip Hacking Live. Our business has exploded and we're just doing awesome things. We just wanted to let you know. And a lot of times those folks end up on stage the next year and now they're giving. And that process or that pattern of going, absorbing, applying that knowledge, seeing success, coming back, and then giving back the next year or a couple of years later. I see it all the time. That is absolutely my favorite part of Flip Hacking Live. Seeing people absorbing that knowledge, going off, being successful, coming back and sharing what they've learned with everyone else. It's a beautiful thing and it's a great event. If you haven't been to one, you really need to go check it out. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your business. You really do. It's life-changing. It's business-changing. And I love it. I go every year and I will always be at Flip Hacking Live. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun. That is all for me today, but I really hope you enjoyed this Q&A session. I had a lot of fun being here with you. If you'd like to comment on anything that I said or add anything to the discussion, go ahead and do that below. Add comments. We'd love to hear from you. And follow Seven Figure Flipping on social media. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Mike S. Simmons, wherever you do social media. And if you'd like to submit a question, please click the link in the description below and submit your question. We will answer it for you. We would love to hear from you. We would love to help you on your journey, but we can't do that if you don't reach out. So click that link, submit a question. We want to hear from you. And until next time, had a great time, guys. We'll see you on the next one.